Hello again, everyone. Welcome back to Eat the Cake Anime. I'm your host, Jay Renee.
And I'm her ever-loving husband and sidekick, Ron.
How are you today, babe?
I'm good, sweetie.
Really?
Yep.
Hey, what do you think about this month of ridiculous titles that we've been tackling?
We have seen some titles out there where,
And we've heard so much. You guys, the comments have been fantastic. Thank you all so much for all the support. And surprisingly, these animes with ridiculous titles have a fan base.
Yeah.
They have a following. I was very surprised, especially you remember the first week we did the Osan Newbie Adventurer. And you're making me laugh. Then the second one was, of course, Reborn, a vending machine. Now I wanted the dungeon. Listen, this week we're taking a slightly different turn here at Eat the Cake Anime. Sir?
Well, this week's title is My New Life as a Villainess and All Roads Lead to Doom.
Listen, when I saw this title, I said, it makes no sense. It's probably going to be a cutesy anime. It's probably going to be someone that was in a harem situation that was getting revenge, but it turns out it's not like that.
It kind of is because it's an otome game, but it's taken through an isekai perspective. It's weird.
So it's based on an otome game, and for those who don't know, an otome game or an otome game, it's pronounced different ways. It's basically a game that kind of, for us Gen Xers, it's reminiscent of the choose your own adventure books. Remember that? It's like, okay, you're going down this mine shaft and you can go to the right where you can potentially find some diamonds, or you can go to the left and there's some miners that need to be rescued. That type deal.
Yeah, but with this particular one, depending upon which path you choose, or depending upon who you talk to and who you are nice to, that's who you're going to end up with a romantic relationship with, or you're going to turn them into somebody who completely hates you. Okay,
and for this anime, My Next Life as a Villainess, the storyline follows the protagonist, who is Katarina Claes. So Katarina is a noble girl who bumped her head. The first episode we can tell it bumps.
She bumps her head.
She bumps her head. I'm trying to get it right. She bumps her head, and then all of a sudden she remembers her past life as being a modern day girl in Japan. But she was a child when she bumped her head. So it follows along, then she realizes she's been reincarnated as the villainess in her favorite otome game, which was called Fortune Lover.
Bingo.
And it was a game where all the routes end badly for Katarina, either in exile or in death. So once she realized that she was reincarnated, she realized she was the bad guy. And not the good girl.
Basically, any route that she chose, she was actually doomed to get the snot kicked out of her.
Right. And in order for her to avoid what was called doom flags, Katarina had to steer the story off course by finding a way that she wouldn't, die or end in exile. So she was trying to be kinder, be smarter, be more self-aware. And then as the story progresses, it shows that she uses her knowledge of the game's events and characters to avoid that conflict. And she actually starts to build genuine relationships with the people around her.
Yeah, one of the back characters, or one of the characters in the catalog, is her, we're going to say, adoptive brother, who's actually her cousin. Long story in Japanese. Sometimes they adopt people into the family just to fill out spaces, or they're going to be next in line to take over a company or whatever else. Just something that they do over there. And he in the former storyline was some kind of playboy, got a bunch of different women, liked her but didn't really like her, was a little swarmy or what have you. And she ended up actually in this new storyline became his friend, and now everything takes on a whole different perspective.
Right. When we talk about the characters, now which character are you talking about? Are you talking about Jordo? Are you talking about Keith? You're talking about Keith, the adopted brother, right?
Yeah.
Okay, Keith. Okay. All right. So there are a lot of different characters in here. And with Katarina, she was so oblivious to the charm that she was putting on people that she was trying to help, basically based on the game. But it led to so many different unexpected results. And instead of pushing the romantic leads towards the heroine, who was her friend, who she wasn't, all of the characters, y'all, both male and female, started to fall for Katarina.
Yeah, because she had the inside track.
Right. So character development, of course, we know about Katarina, but the other characters that producer Ron is talking about, like Keith, was an adopted brother. He was very protective and very loving of Katarina, almost to an unhealthy degree. Then you had Jordo, the prince. He was her affianced, and they were sworn to be married like when she was really, really young.
Like 8, somewhere in there.
Yeah. And she was just like, no, I don't really want him, just this and that. She was trying to stay true to the game. But then you had her friend who was, let's see, we had Mary, Sophia, Maria. These are her friends, and each of these girls, they end up developing kind of strangely feelings for Katarina, but the romantic feelings come not from a sexual or salacious nature. It was just that they were touched by her kindness.
Yeah, in some of the media, they try to say this particular anime takes on like a alphabet community vibe. By alphabet community, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Oh my God, do you mean LGBTQIA?
Yes, and we're going to progress from there.
Okay.
But in respects to that, over there in Japan, it's a little bit different. Sometimes ladies have like romantic feelings towards guys and girls, and it's not in like a gay perspective. It's just like a deeper feeling of love. It's something that maybe over in Western cultures is perceived as weird or wherever else.
Well, it's not the norm. I wouldn't call it weird. I mean, disclaimer. Shout out, please do not give us any vitriol for any negative things from the LGBTQIA community. We are supporters. We are
1000%.
Yeah, we are firm in that. Yeah. But these characters that are touched by her kindness and sincerity, they do develop romantic feelings, but they also have the opportunity to grow themselves in their own confidence thanks to the things that Katarina was doing. If you notice, like there was Nicole, there was Alan. These were brothers of Sophia and Nicole were brother and sister. Alan and Jordo were brothers, but they grew. Y'all, season 1 at first, it was kind of perplexing to me because I was like, okay, I don't like this arc. I don't like the way it's moving. But then these arcs for My Next Life as a Villainess, I'm trying to say it right, producer Ron. Don't get me wrong. The identity themes that they explore, themes of identity and expectation. These are people who are royal in this world or upper class, and the expectations that the parents have and the expectations that they have of one another. It sheds a different light on someone who's like on the outside looking in and who knows how the story is supposed to be, but instead of her trying to get to the story or stick to the story and avoid her own fate, she ends up helping everybody and changing the game.
Who else wouldn't try to change their fate when, again, all roads lead to death?
Yeah, well, we talk about the romantic progress, all roads lead to death, but she's so oblivious trying to avoid death that these romantic overtures from all of her friends, they don't really progress that far. Instead, it leads to other things.
Yeah.
And that's one of the things that I love so much about this anime. Even though it's a ridiculous title, it was very lighthearted, and it was funny. It was actually funny to me.
Well, it's a isekai / slice of life / whatever else you want to put on to add to the bulk of this story.
Yeah, I think it's a great spin or a satirical spin on isekai and the otome game tropes that we see in so many animes these days. There are romantic undertones, but the romance, as I said before, ends up taking a back seat to character interactions, and all the comedic misunderstandings is just so funny. And Katarina, who's supposed to be so smart and so cunning, is kind of clueless to all of it.
Just so you guys know, I don't want to disturb you, sweetheart, but if you actually go out versus streaming this, if you actually go out and buy the DVD, there is actually a free-to-play game on those DVDs as a bonus.
Wow.
So you can kind of play the Katarina's Farm as part of that, bonus, as a bonus release, just so you guys know.
Okay, so DVDs are still out and available.
Yes.
Wow. That's funny. Hey, but as producer Ron said, there's actually a game attached. Now, one thing that I want to know, I don't know about the game, but the inner monologues and the strategy meetings that Katarina has with her inner self, to me, that was so funny. Y'all, if you have a chance to watch My Next Life as a Villainess ... all roads lead to doom, this girl would go inside her mind and have these strategy meetings to show her planning, shows her confusion, and her different selves. You had a chairman with a mustache, you had a shy one. It was just so funny, and that's one of the reasons why I was drawn to this anime, because it's not like you think it is, because it's so funny. It's funny and it's actually endearing. I will admit, the first season, it can kind of veer off into like a goofy tone, but even in spite of that, My Next Life as a Villainess explored themes of fate, free will, identity, especially around how people grow when they're treated with kindness. We can see that now in today's world. I mean, I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're in government. I don't care if you are a little old man, in a village needing help. I don't care if you're on a world stage. You can be, in the world of drag. As a matter of fact, there's this drag queen side note. There's this drag queen. Her name is Mrs. Kasha Davis with a K. She used to have this thing where her tagline used to be, "There's always time for a cocktail." But when she got sober, she was one of those that started reading, doing the library stuff and reading to children. And one of her tagline changed to, "It's always time," or "There's always time for kindness." And when you treat people with kindness, looking at My Next Life as a Villainess, when Katarina treated people with kindness, it changed their fate, basically, in a nutshell. That's the only way I can say that.
And everybody actually got cool with each other.
Right.
And when you said the statement about the different little personalities in her head talking, one with the mustache, one with shy, it took me a second for it to actually process in my head. It reminds me of the movie Inside Out, the Pixar movie.
Oh, with the different emotions.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So you had the anger, the hope, anxiety, all of that. And yes, Katarina Klace's character did a lot of that with her inner monologue.
You think maybe Disney, Pixar got a little bit of influence from that?
We don't acknowledge them in this household. You know how I feel about the juggernauts taking over everything. But anyway, the parallel is definitely there.
Yeah.
Definitely there. Now, the overall appeal of My Next Life as a Villainess, you guys, I think it would appeal to you if you're a fan of course, isekai comedy. It's a spin on a romantic drama. And also it has the reverse harem thing that I really, really like, because we see so much of it in the opposite direction that I really like it, because it's a refreshing take on the villainous trope.
This is a great sit down and relax type of anime, not one of those shonen type where everything is bouncing around, jumping and everything else.
Right.
This is just a chill out, watch, couple of giggles, couple of laughs, have fun type anime.
Right. My Next Life as a Villainess has a strong, likable lead. And I think that if you guys check it out, I think you'll really, really like it. The tone balances a lot of humor with heartfelt moments, and it makes it a very, very easy binge watch.
Yeah.
Okay, so are we going to rate this one or no?
Sure.
Okay, so let's rate it. 3, 2, 1. 8.
7. Okay, we're close.
All right. Well, I said 8 exactly because of what I just said. The likable character, the overall refreshing tone, just everything. And for you?
I think 7 only because I just finished the first season and I'm kind of halfway through the middle of the second.
Right.
So maybe there's more that I have to see that'll make my score go up.
Right. So, okay, if you guys are interested in a reverse harem, isekai, comedy / romantic anime, we urge you to check out the ridiculous title anime of My Next Life as a Villainess. All roads or all routes lead to doom, but it's very good. I think you're really going to like it. I think that's going to be it for us this week. Once again, thank you guys so much for all the support. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe wherever you see our podcast. Also, special shout out to Mazani, Z Media Creative Studios. She's doing a fantastic job. We really, really appreciate it. Also, did you want to say something to the people that were giving you all those birthday wishes?
Thank you very much. I greatly appreciate it with the gray hair and all.
Yeah, it was great. All right, you guys, until next time, thank you so much for joining us here at Eat the Cake Anime. We hope you enjoy the month of ridiculous titles. And until next week, don't forget, it is okay to enjoy anime.